Hello everybody, and thank you for joining me back into Farthest Frontier as we are checking the 1.0 playtest. Now I've been busy off screen just expanding the town. I've added quite a few extra houses, added some decorative buildings, and over here you can see that we've made like an encampment for our crop fields, seeing that we've got the deer hunting spots all around, so they would absolutely destroy the crops if we didn't place the fencing around here. So we've got the fencing. We can fit 6 of these crop fields we can fit in. Now I need to get my labor force to go up. Now there's quite a few researchers or technology that I want to research, and I waited until I record again for you to see what I research. Okay, so we're going to go to the knowledge tab. There was only one thing that I researched from the previous episode, and that is this one, the marksman training. Okay, this was quite important because we already got our first raid attack, which was only 8 raiders, I believe, that attacked me. So I mean that's pretty much fine. I used my tower and my hunters to take them out. Okay, but I have to now carefully look at how I want to use these 5 knowledge points that I've got currently. So I definitely want to improve the crops. So you can see here we've got a -25% reduced fertility penalty from planting crops. Okay, this is very important. Then we've got disease resistance, which I mean, that's also something that we definitely want. We want to boost our food production. As all of you already know, if you've played Farthest Frontier, food production is a real issue, especially when your town is growing. So we're going to do research that one. And then we have to unlock the grain crops. I first have to research this technology, right? I think I have to confirm this. So let's confirm this, and this should open a tab. Let's just see a disease resistance. Oh, I need to research both of these, I think, in order to unlock this tab, because this is still within the level 2 tier, right? Now I can't build or plant grain crops unless I've got this researched, so I'm not sure if I need 2 of these. There we go. Okay, so I need 2. Oh man, that kind of sucks. Okay, but I'm gonna go for that. Let's research the level 2, confirm, and then I want to open up my grain crops. That's pretty important, I think, at this stage of the game. There we go, and now we've got one more knowledge point left, and I think what I want to do, midwives, so I think let's maybe do this one, the scientific method. I want to maybe do this one first, right? Yeah, let's do this. So this will increase the research speed. Yeah, okay. Right, I'm gonna do that. Okay, so we can unlock policies. Right, now these policies, I just want to see, like, I don't even know where the policy tab is. Oh, this is from the town center. I remember they said something from the town center you can unlock policies. So let's just see if there's anything here about policies. Here we go. Okay, this is something that I've missed within the previous 2 episodes. I only remembered now that there is something about the policy that you can access from the town center. Overseeing crop yields are increased by 25%, but fertility reduction from crops is increased by 25%. Okay, I feel like that kind of like balance each other out. I don't know if it's really that if it's that useful. Let's just see. Production speed is increased by 20%, but chance of incur injuries is increased by 30%, and town happiness is reduced by 10%. I don't really know if that's a good policy. Let's see this one. Villagers consume 50% less food, but town happiness is reduced by 30%. That's quite a big chunk. I don't know, these policies, I feel like it's almost better to just be without it. Lookout towers can hold 1 additional guard, but their upkeep is increased by 100%. Now this is good. I mean, once you get to a level where you're doing a lot of money, gaining a lot of money, then it's worth it to add more people to the lookout towers. They're not that expensive. I mean, let's see, what is the current cost for the lookout tower? Let's just check this out. 5, yeah, you see. So it's going to be 10 gold coin. Now at the later stages of the game, it's not going to really be such a big of a deal. So the policies, let's see, this is the last one that we've got open. Munitions distributions. Hunters and guards can use crossbows. If toggled off, crossbows are military only. Hunters and guards can use crossbows. Okay, well, I think this is a good one to have, either way. Yeah. I mean, I don't see any downside over this. So I'm definitely going to use this policy. Now, as far as I know, I think you can select one of each of these categories. I think so. But that one, yeah, we're definitely going to keep that one open. There's no downside to it. Right, and we're going to just speed this up. I'm really hoping that we're going to get some extra villagers that's going to come in within the next year or so. Because we're definitely struggling with the labor force again. Now, I've got a pretty cool idea what I want to do here with this big open space that we've got. I want to kind of place a temple in the middle, right over here. So if I place it like here, for example, there's enough space for houses all around it. So this is going to be like in the middle of all the different houses. And obviously having this temple so close to the houses is going to really boost the desirability. And I think it's pretty cool because it's like a community building, a public building. So it makes sense to have it like in the middle of all the houses. So I'm going to start by placing some houses over here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Let's just do the 3. Now I want to build a road that's going to come through. Let's see here. Okay, this is perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let the temple face this way. Right? So we can make one road that's going to come through like this. There we go. And you can see all of these houses are within range of the marketplace, so that's pretty cool. So now once I've got enough resources and a residual income on a monthly basis, I'm going to set up this temple over here. Right, and I'm going to just let it face this way. It can actually face this way also. Doesn't really matter. But then we can surround it with all the different houses. And it's going to look like a mini monument in the middle. So, you know, with the research that I've done on this side, let me just show you, like with this wood law, I'm getting so much food in just by having this unlocked. Now, I still want to do this one. I think it's going to really benefit us to have this one also unlocked. Maybe I'm going to go for that next. Now, I have seen on Reddit that people have complained that the water, once your town grows, the water goes down exceptionally fast. So we're going to have to look at researching the deep wells. You're going to be forced to research that deep well. But at this stage we're still good. I mean, our water is looking really good. I've built another well over here. You can see it's completely full. I think it does have a capacity of 200, right? Just see this one. Also 200. Okay, so that seems to be the capacity for the initial well. Right, and we produced our first flax. And we've unlocked now the grain, so I'm gonna obviously just research that. And we are also now able to build a granary, so the granaries, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and place it over here like so. Let's do this. And we're gonna bring a road up. Oh, in fact, you know what? Actually, let me take this away quickly. I would rather want to place the granary on this side. Here we go. Okay, so now we're just hoping that we are going to get like a whole bunch of villages that's going to move in to our town again. I really need that workforce, as you can see. I'm thinking I can let's maybe take away a worker over here by the work camp. Just to help with the general labor. We've got enough wood at the moment and planks. You can see I've built myself an apiary over here, and then I've got another apiary over here. So we can start selling some honey if there's any traders that's willing to buy it. We can start doing that, and we can start with our candle production also. Now, just on the opposite side of this bridge where I've got my clay pit, I've built myself another forager hut, a forager shack. And you can see, look at all of this goodies that I can harvest over here. I mean, this is just prime location. I think you can actually even maybe place 2 of these within this range. And they will have enough resources to gather between the 2 of them. Now you can see there's salvage over there. I'm gonna go pick that up very soon. Oh, I'm just hoping I'm getting that laborers that's gonna come in. I don't want to unnecessarily bog them down. But we can get extra gold and a few other things also. That's quite valuable. We sometimes get weapons I've had with previous salvage. So I mean that will come very much in handy. Maybe I should just send the workers out. Okay, so I'm gonna sell some baskets to this trader. They are selling stone at a really good price. So yeah, we don't have stone. I'm gonna just have to go for it. I'm gonna just buy a whole bunch of stone. And let's just select my workers to go salvage this. I'm gonna maybe let 4 people go to salvage, and I'm gonna prioritize it so that they can just quickly go. I don't know, with this 1.0 playtest, I feel like buildings are burning much more easily. So I don't know, there will probably be like some sort of research that will enable you to get less burnings, house burnings. Yeah, I mean, there we go. Look at this. I know it's a lightning storm, but I feel like the frequency is like crazy. Every year I've got houses burning. Oh my goodness, now they're still burning. Alrighty, there we go. So we've got a basket, so I'm going to sell that off. We've got a second trader. Let's see what they've got. Okay, they're willing to buy some herbs from us. I'm going to definitely transfer more herbs to the trading post. We've got so much because of that second forager that I've got now. So let's just, yeah, we can sell a whole bunch of herbs, man. Okay, and we can sell honey. Fantastic. Now I'm so happy that I built those apiaries. Okay, there we go. Anything of value? Not really, eh? I suppose I can buy some extra crude weapons. You see, I did some exploring on the map and we did find a bandit camp over here. So my priority, obviously, once I get some military, we're gonna have to take on that raiders camp. And my working camp over here is digging through trees like there's no tomorrow. I think I'm going to just go ahead and buy some extra stone because we're going to sell a lot of herbs now. And our gold levels are looking pretty good. I mean, let's look at this now. There we go, 690. Boom. Okay, that's going to really help us. And let's just maybe purchase another... Yeah. Let's do another 3 crude weapons. I suppose I can relocate to work camp and yeah, let's maybe move it over here just temporarily. Alright, so we've got now enough housing if we need to level up to tier 3 town center. We've got enough housing to do that at least, but we need that population to grow now. We're only halfway to the level 3. And then we still need another 2 houses to upgrade to homesteads. And there we go. Okay, so we've got the honey also sold now. This trader doesn't have a lot of money left, so I think... Yeah, you know, actually, I do want to kind of like bleed him out. We've got still so many herbs left, so let's just transfer maybe another 40. We're not going to be able to sell everything, but we'll keep it in the storage there. So we've moved the work camp up. I've set it to just harvest wood basically. We've got almost no stone around us. Just a few pieces left over here. And this region over here. We don't have any people that's gone to do the salvaging here yet. You see, that's because of the lack of workers. But there we got now 3 new immigrants. Yeah, so that's gonna really help. I feel that immigration has really slowed down also with this 1.0. I mean, it went relatively fast prior to this update. I think you're gonna have to maybe do like some sort of research again at a later stage here by the civic side, I think. It's a barrel making. Oh, there you can unlock the Cooper. I hardly ever use the Cooper. I know the barrels are good, but what I do is I generally just buy barrels. At that stage I'm making so much money, so I just buy barrels. The Cooper uses too many planks and iron, which is very valuable commodities for me to produce more important goods. Now I desperately want to get some military in, but we really need so many more people to come to the village before we can do that. Okay, I think once they've done this road over here, I think they maybe will be more keen to salvage this. There we go. Okay, they're starting to salvage now. Let's maybe assign 6 over here. I think we can get some really good goodies there. I forgot to do my herbal trade. Oh man, how many times does that happen to me? Okay, so I think our crop fields, we are good to go over here also. The wheat levels are down and there's no more rockiness, so I'm gonna go ahead and assign all the different crops here. Let's just see what's currently here. We've got the veggies and then grain. So I suppose what we can do, we can maybe... Let's maybe change this into grain. And this one we can do flax. And then the third one we can do extra veggies. So I'm going to place the turnip, clover, and then the peas. There we go. So we utilize the crops in that year in full. And what's nice about the peas, it actually does give extra fertility. Alrighty, so we've got now that extra knowledge point, and I'm really thinking we should do this, the midwives. We have to increase our birth rate because we're not getting enough villagers in. So I'm going to go ahead and boost that. So let's see, 25. Oh, this is so good. If you're really into the whole base attacking thing. Plus 12% armor for soldiers. You know what, I might have to research this one before I attack the bandit camps. I'll probably research that one. Yeah. Predator attacking. Let's just see what's happening here. Oh my goodness. Okay, so the bears are starting to attack. Okay, cool. Now at least the bear is within range of the lookout tower. So I think we should be able to kill it. Yeah, there we go. Nice. That's a good yield of meat. A good yield of meat and of fur. Oh, now look at this. Okay, so we've got the hide coats. We've got 1 crude weapon. That's why I say it's worth it to salvage these things. 140 gold. Okay, lovely. And tools. Oh, that's good. So yeah, I'm happy we did that. I saw another salvage point. Can't remember where. Oh, there we go. There's another one. Okay, but it's right there by the wolves den. So we're going to also have to send out military soldiers first before we can salvage that. Okay, my labor force is looking slightly better. Oh, okay, we've got another wolf's den over here. Oh, man. Okay, this village is not going to make it. I can see that already. Ugh. Okay, that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. You've always got that risk, you know, when you send out the explorers. But you have to do it at some point, and you might find valuable things. So we did open up a sand deposit here, also 4,200 sand. I think it's decent. Once we get to that level where we can harvest the sand, we can build a sand pit already. But it's not really necessary. I mean, only once you start producing the glass, I think then you can get the sand. And it's mightily close to this raider camp, so we're gonna just wait until we can attack the camp. Now I need to look at where I can place myself a fort. Let's just see, or a barracks rather. Okay, so I think we will obviously on a later stage we'll move it down. But I'm gonna place the barracks here at the bottom. Yeah, let's just do that. We've got our town center that's going to kind of like act as a defense over here, and then we've got a watchtower on this side. So I think the next raid attack won't be too bad. We had 8 in the first one, so we might get maybe 12 raiders within the next attack. I think it also corresponds kind of like with the amount of population that you've got in your town. So depending on how many people you've got, that will also in proportion expand the raid attack, if that makes sense. I just want to see, so we've got locks on these other ones, but let's just see what we can get here. Intensive animal farming. Okay, so this is all to do with the production side of things. Barns and chicken coops generate 30% more meat, but animal health is reduced by 30%. I don't know if this is really a good thing. I mean, you have to try it out first to see how badly the animals will get sick. And if it's going to cause them to die, I mean, then it's not worth it. Markets generate 30% additional taxes. Oh, there we got another for immigrants. Okay, cool. Markets generate 30% additional taxes, but town happiness is reduced by 10%. Markets generate 30. Okay. Well, we can work with this. Once this is unlocked, this policy, convenience tax. Once this is unlocked, I think I'm going to definitely research this one. Let's see what we've got here. Prohibition. Villagers are minus 50% less likely to get drunk, but town happiness is reduced by 10%. I don't know. Coal-fired stove shelters can use coal instead of firewood for heating. This is a good one. I mean, I don't see there's any downside. Merchants carry minus 10% more gold, but they pay 10% less for the goods. They pay 10% less for the goods. They pay 10% less for the goods. That doesn't make sense though. They carry less gold and they pay less. I think they meant to say they pay 10% more maybe for your goods, or maybe they charge 10% less for their goods. I don't know. I think there was a mistake in the wording there, because that just sounds like a bad thing to have. If they carry less gold and they pay less, I mean, why would you unlock that one? So I think they meant to say they charge 10% less for their goods. I think that's what it is. Now that is something that I can work with. Soldier recruitment costs are reduced by 30%, but the town happiness is reduced by 10%. Conscription. Okay, now we're going to keep this one. I think you can only have one policy in each of these categories. So we'll just keep it the way it is. we've got now those extra villages, and I'm going to just assign another worker here by the academy. We need to push this so that we can generate the knowledge faster. And then I'm going to have to look at recruiting some of my first soldiers. I want to really get going with that. I only have one proper weapon, so we'll probably get one melee unit, and then I'll maybe look at getting 1 or 2 archers to start here at the barracks. Okay, yeah, look at the food. Food production is really much better, I must say, like with this 1.0. Because I've researched all those extra tech, and now my food doesn't seem to be a problem at all. Ooh, this is also a good one, you know. Plus 20% tree regrowth. Because as you can see, oh man, my work camp, they are digging through the trees. So we need to also research that one to make the trees grow faster. But it's like, how do you prioritize all of these things from what you do first? I think I'm still wanting to do this one, right? The 10% speed for foragers, hunters, and a 20% work radius increase for the foragers. That's really, really good. And then we can maybe look at getting like the paper press also very soon. Because if we can generate paper, it's going to cause the academy to also discover knowledge much faster. So we need to get that paper to get that extra knowledge. So let's just see if to get the paper mill, we can build the paper mill within. Unlock the paper mill, yeah. I think we can build it in our current tier of town center that we've got. They did say it will be bound to the tech tree instead of the town center. So let's just see for the paper mill. Alright, we need 75 bricks. I remembered something about that we need bricks to build the paper mill. So I'm probably going to have to purchase some extra bricks from whoever. We're not going to be able to set up the brickworks until much later, so we'll have to purchase a whole bunch of bricks. Okay, so what I'm going to do is we're going to only add 1 light infantry and 1 archer for now. Okay, we'll just do that. The labor force is still kind of on the low side, but it's okay. It's not that bad. I think these 2 military units might actually be enough to take on the wolves then. They are pretty strong. So once they've got all the equipment, I think I'm going to go ahead and send them out. Well, I won't send them out in the winter time now, but I'm going to send them in the new year. I'll send them out to take out the wolves then. And then we can get our villagers to just salvage this also, basically. And then while we send our military units out, we can just scout this area and see if there's anything else. Maybe we can find some old ruins where we can get a relic for the temple. And I think I'm going to place myself a festival pole over here by the trading post. It's a very nice spot for that. And we've got all the goods that we need. Okay. So let's do that. I think if we increase the desirability, with my previous playthrough, that's definitely something that helped. As I pushed my desirability of the town, we did get like massive influxes of people. And my overall happiness is really good. Everything is looking exceptionally good. So I think by having that increased desirability is the secret, you know, for us to just get that more people in. Yeah, we've already got 513 grain. I think when the next traders come, what I'm going to do is I've got plenty of gold in my trading post. So we're gonna then purchase some heavy tools, and then we can set up our windmill. We can set up, I think we've unlocked the bakery also, right? Yeah. So then we can set up a bakery also. Not that food is really an issue at this stage, to be honest. And we've got a capacity of 2,500 for the grain. So I suppose we could leave it for another year. Okay, so there you can see the houses are upgrading. We've got the desirability up now for pretty much all of the houses. Looks like it. It's over 30%. Okay, this is good. There's only this one over here. These two, actually. They're very close to these buildings. That's got a negative effect on the desirability. Maybe we should move the sawmill, right? Because it has that bad effect on the houses. So I think let's move the sawmill a bit further down. Let's place it maybe over there. Okay, there we go. So now these other houses should be upgrading. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that makes a massive difference. Wow, so it was really the sawmill that was causing the desirability to go down. Okay, we're in the new year, so
right away.
we've only got these 2 units. Okay, they are geared up, so we can send them out. I think it's going to be fine for the wolves. Generally, it only takes like 1 or 2 strikes to take the wolves out, so I think that will do the trick. I've just got to keep an eye, obviously, like I don't want to run into a raiders camp. That's going to be problematic. So now we've got now 2 wolf dens over here.
It will be done.
It's a little bit of a problem. But yeah, there you can see they are very effective against the wolves.
At once. As you command. At once.
Okay, so this guy took about 50% damage, and I think I'm going to just let him retreat. I'm going to let him recover. Obviously, I didn't know there was going to be 2 wolf dens, but I'll let him recover and then they can come back and take out the other one. We've got some extra laborers now, it seems to me. So I'm going to add another worker here to the wagon shop. I think we do need that extra workers for the wagon shops. We earned 25 knowledge points. Okay, so that's obviously a new achievement. Let's maybe go ahead and add another Light infantry. Yeah. I think I'm going to do this. Let's just add another light infantry. He's going to have to use a crude weapon though, unfortunately. Okay. Ooh. Oh, we can buy proper weapons. And we can buy the heavy tools at a very good price. This is excellent. Okay, so now I think I'm going to buy 2 heavy tools. Tempted to actually buy 3. Because we're not going to produce heavy tools for a very long time. So let's purchase 3. We can sell some pottery. We can sell some planks also at a good price. So let's sell the planks, baskets. Okay, so we're going to generate a good amount of income. And then I'm going to purchase maybe 2 or 3 of these proper weapons. They do sell stone at also a nice price, but I think we're good for the stone now. I'm not going to bother much further with that. I see the people keep on getting typhoid fever. Just see infection. Uncleanliness. Oh, you know what? This is why I keep on getting the typhoid. Because we don't have the soap yet. Okay. Okay. Let's do this. I'm going to set up the soap works. And we can place it maybe over here. I'm going to place it like this. So that we can squeeze in our weaver's hut very nicely over there. I think we can build both of these, right? I don't have to necessarily place the workers in there. But I'm going to just start building that. Okay, right, so let's just sell all of these goodies. And I'll just maybe... let's do 3 of these good weapons. Got 3 heavy tools. Oh, I feel like maybe I should just go ahead and purchase that extra stone. Let's maybe just go for 65 or something like that. And then we're going to sell those planks. Alright. So yeah, this one guy's got the crude weapon now. I was hoping to get some shields maybe. No shields available. Let's maybe wait until before I send out the soldiers. Let's see if this trader has got some shields for us. Ooh. Plus 12% armor for soldiers, plus 5% damage for soldiers. You see, now I'm tempted to research that one, but I think let's just get this one done first. Then that is done. And then I'll maybe follow it up by researching this one. The extra armor for the soldiers. Yeah, that will be my next one. Okay, there we go. So we've sold the planks, and let's just see what this trader has got for us. They're also willing to buy the pots. Actually only with one gold more. Okay, so that's not as big of a deal. Got plenty of clay, and I think we can sell that because we've got way more clay deposits around us. So let's just sell a whole bunch of clay. And then... okay. Otherwise, there's nothing else we can do with this trader. So I'm going to go ahead and send out these soldiers. We've got our 3 soldiers. Supposed to have 3, right? Oh, there we go. There he comes. You can see he's got his little caveman hammer over there. Or the caveman club, rather. Okay, so we're going to go up and we're going to just take out that other wolf's den. And then once that is taken out, then we can assign the villagers to just come and salvage this. I just want to keep them all together. Okay, let's see here. It's hard to see what's going on in the woods. These are massive trees. There we go. Yeah, so we're taking these guys out relatively quickly. So now I just want to make sure there's no more wolves that's walking around here. Yeah, I think this is cleared now. Okay, cool. We've got a lot of stone. Oh, there we go. There's a relic. Okay, so this was what I was hoping for. So once we've got some extra workers, we can definitely send them up here. And I'm just scouting the territory while I can. Okay, nice. So it's like a dead end over here. So I think we can be safe. It's safe to say that we're not going to be attacked by raiders from this angle. We've got a massive body of water over here. So this is also like an extra defense for us, really. Okay, awesome stuff. So I'm going to send these soldiers back. We've got what we've came for, and then I'm going to tell the people to just basically salvage this. It's quite far to go now, but I'm going to maybe just tell them 6 villagers to come and salvage. And we've got that clay sold. I'm going to transfer some of the gold across to the town storage. Yeah, so you can see all this deer running around over here. It's got 8 here, 8. So it's like over 20 deer that's running around the crop fields over here. And then we've got more on this side. So that's why I say if I didn't build the fencing over here, they would have absolutely destroyed my crops. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to maybe, okay, let's assign 2 workers over here. And I'm only going to assign 1 worker maybe for the clothing. Let's just see, what's the labor? Oh, we need how many? We need 12. Yeah, you see. So let's maybe take away 1 worker over here. And in fact, we can take away some of the workers here by the clay pits. Maybe just take 1 away here. Then for the pottery, we've got 3. Okay, I think this is fine. No gold storage. Yes, I know that. Ooh, okay, so that's why they complained about that now. So what we can do is let's use the trading post as a storage point, right? So I'm going to transfer the gold back. And we can just use the trading post as a storage place. I'll have to purchase some iron so that we can build ourselves a vault. So the vault requires 25 iron. Okay. And I'll probably place the vault over here next to the granary. Just like that. Let's see, maybe we get a 3rd trader where we can purchase some iron. So we've got this extra knowledge point now. Yeah, so this is what I want to do. We're going to add that armor for the soldiers. Good. We should be getting extra money now from the market, seeing that we are producing extra goods. We've got clothing and we're also producing the soap now. So that should help us just get some extra gold. Yeah, see, so the temple is going to fit in very nicely over here. And we've got another road that we can actually bring through. There we go. Okay, so these people are getting sick with this dysentery also quite often. I don't know why. I mean, I've got plenty of water. I mean, the water levels aren't even budging at this stage. I'm thinking of just moving this wall up, right? Because all the production buildings that requires water are on this side. So I'll place the well maybe a little bit further down. We've got another two over here, which all the people can utilize. I've also built myself a little shrine here. Okay, so they've got some extra spirituality. So pretty much all the needs are met. Villagers have all the beer their hearts desire. Oh. I didn't know that. They're keeping the beer where I can't see it. What? Maybe they are making like a type of mead with the honey. And I don't even know about it. Okay, so I see my one military unit, he automatically grabbed himself a proper weapon, so I'm happy about that. Just see that any workers come. Oh yeah, okay, only 3% left to get the salvage. Here comes the last guy. Okay, so this should complete it. And then we can see what we can get within that salvage site over there. Ooh, succumb to illness. Well, I think that is actually... Yeah, I think I've only lost 2 villagers now to illnesses. And then 2 that was attacked by predators, I believe. So we can see now the radius has increased here for the forager shack. So I can move this maybe slightly. Oh, we've got plenty of loot there. Let's see. Yeah, so I think I'm going to keep it kind of like this. Now, I was wondering if we've got this little pond over here. If I had to, for example, place a fishing shack here. Yeah, look at that. I thought about that, you know, the productivity is going to be insane. 290 possibly. And 300, you can push it up to 300. So that will equate to like 1 fishing shack that's equal to like 3. That's just so cool. So I will probably utilize that space also for the fishing shack when I've got those extra workers. So we've got a good space now here for the temple. Just gonna pull this road through and there we go. So now we've got the perfect space for the temple. And we can fit in another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we can fit another 7 houses around the temple. We've got a capacity for 171 people in the town. We're currently at 93. As I say, the growth has been really slow. We haven't gotten those massive numbers of villagers that come in at one time in quite some time. So with these other policies, I don't know, like these ones that's available now, it just doesn't. But fertility reduction from crops are increased by 25%. You see this, I might actually research this policy if we've got more compost yards and if we are generating more compost. Then that policy would kind of make sense, because then you can use the compost to counterweigh the negative effect of what the crops are doing, that minus 25% of how they affect the fertility. That's the only way I can see that's going to be a really good policy to have, is if you've got plenty of compost yards with livestock, that is also. Now with all the stone that we've got, I need to start setting up defenses. We can do that within tier 3. Yeah, I'm not going to bother with the palisade wall. Let's just see, how many children have we got currently? Okay, so we've got 14 infants and 18 children. So you see a big chunk of the population, we can't use them for work at this stage. Trying to click on the loot over here, but it's in this bush. No, I can't select it. I want to see what's really left over here, but it's fine. Not gonna bother with that. So we've got a very slow clothing production as well as a soap production going. It's not enough for what we need in the current population. I think I maybe need to add another worker here by the soap works. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just add another worker here. Okay, I can see our flax is built up very nicely. We've got so much willow. Obviously, like with all these deposits that's around. That's maybe also a commodity that we can look at selling, or I can make some more basket shops. Yeah, and we can really push the basket production. I mean, that we can sell for a much better rate. Yeah, settlement has reached a storage limit. Okay, we're gonna have to build another storage over here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm gonna build another storage over here. So this can also kind of like be a barrier for the buildings that causes a negative desirability. We can build our storages on this side. I can even maybe place another root cellar over here. And my stockyard is also kind of getting full, so I suppose we must add another stockyard. So let's do that. I think this is the best thing you can do, you know, is to just keep your storage buildings close to the trading post. It will make the transactions so much more smooth. Now we might actually get attacked by raiders within this year. It's been quite some time since we had a raid attack. But at least we've got now 3 military units, and I think that should be enough in any case, if we do get attacked. Come on guys, you can attack this wolf. Yeah, there we go. Let's just go together. Now, I'm pretty sure these deer are going to migrate soon as we keep on expanding the town. Just gonna prioritize the storehouse. I'm going to do this one, the 20% tree regrowth rate. I'm going to select this one. I think that's important. Okay, so we need to get that going. Because as you can see, the work camps are going so fast through these trees. New villager. Only one. You've got to be kidding me. So the migration is definitely slowed down. Definitely. I'm thinking we might get something here by the civic side for people to move in. I'm going to go for the healer's house, the next one. I think that might be a good thing to do. But let's see what these traders, what they've got available. So I obviously need a vault. So I need to get that going. And this might be a good location actually. I wanted to put it there, but I think I'm going to rather place it on this side, the vault. We can do 2 next to each other on a later stage. Oh, they're actually willing to buy clothing at a very good rate, but we have to still step that up. Okay, this is now the perfect timing for me to buy the iron. Okay, so right, we're going to do that. I'm going to just purchase a whole bunch. Yeah, let's maybe do 80. Okay, this is great. So the weapons are super expensive. I'm not going to buy that. Now we got that iron from the salvage sites, right? Didn't even know we got the iron. I missed that. Okay, perfect. So we've got the iron now, so I'm going to set up my vault. It's really not ideal to place your gold within your storehouses because, as you can see, it fills it up really quickly. So you need to place your vaults for the gold. Here we go. I'm not going to sell the pottery at that price. That's very low. So we'll just wait for another trader until we can do like a good sale. Now, because we've got that extra iron, we can upgrade our wells, we can upgrade our hunter cabins. The only reason why I'll upgrade the well is not because I need the water at this stage, but it will give us that extra desirability. I'm going to also see if we do get traders that sells bricks to us. I want to push my brick storage. I want to push up to 75 so that we can build ourselves a paper mill. And then if we can get that going, we're going to then also be able to research the technologies much faster. I'm thinking I'm going to just take away another worker here by the work camp. At this stage, our wood seems to be fine. Okay, cool. So there we've got our vault set up now, so they can just basically transfer all the gold that's in the storehouse over here. They can transfer this all over. I'm going to just say here for the storehouse not to accept gold. I'm going to do that. Yeah. Just disable the gold so that they can move it to the vault. Now currently we've got the lookout tower and then we've got the hunter cabin that can help defend this area. And the barracks is not that far, to be honest, so we can also send them to attack from that side. Let's see, you'll get 25 stone, 150 gold, 5 iron. I think let's upgrade this. Okay, it's not so expensive. And it is going to give us that extra desirability. That's the only thing I can think of now to encourage the people to move in, because like I say, everything else seems to be really good. Now I'm going to place myself a windmill over here, I think. Do that. Just build the road through. Our birth rate is definitely increasing. We've got a lot of children, as you can see there. This is just from the births that we got, that the population increased so much. Oh, there we go. Oh, thank goodness. Look at all these guys coming in. Oh, yeah, man. I've been waiting so long for this. There we go. Okay, that is a massive chunk of people coming in. You see, so that's why I say, like, boosting the desirability. Boom, yes. Boosting the desirability really, really helps. Okay, fantastic stuff. So now, I can add a few extra workers at all these different locations. Let's do one here, another one, maybe 2 over here actually by the weaver. And then I want to add 1 more soldier. We can add another archer. There we go. And I think this is going to definitely be sufficient enough when we do get another raid attack. Okay, perfect stuff. So I think what I can also do is I can probably... This forager seems to be harvesting everything by himself. So I don't know if I should actually build another forager here. What we can do, however, we can add another wagon shop. And this I will place right over here. Now when I start building my fortified walls, I'm going to probably start by adding the fortified walls over here. Because we've got this body of water and this body of water over here that's going to help defend us. And I'm highly considering moving the barracks maybe kind of like here. We've got these 2 choking points, the breach and then this little area over here. If they attack from this side, we can easily counter them. If the barracks is like a little bit closer up. Right, and our windmill is almost done. It's just crazy how many laborers you use at this stage of the game. It's like you can't keep up. But then my next step would be to probably place a bakery somewhere. Just thinking, yeah, I'll probably place it somewhere over here. it needs to be relatively close to one of these wells. But anyways, that's it for me for today's episode. We're going to continue, and when we start the next episode, we're going to advance to tier 3, so then we can see what we can do next and what type of policies we'll be able to unlock. And we'll definitely then also be able to start building our fortified walls and maybe even upgrade our academy to a higher level to unlock even more things. Thank you so much everybody for watching, and I'm going to see you in the next one.
In a game of adventure and strategy, we make our mark. Accident